Hi guys, and welcome to the second part of a series of videos I was doing on Robocraft, which is intended to sort of introduce people to the different weapons and maybe give an idea of how they work before they use them. So what I've done here is I've made myself a little sort of railgun vehicle thing. I've also realised I've missed a block on that side. Now, as you see, it's not very pretty. And the first thing you're going to notice as well is the size of the radius that this gun takes up it's from the center there, it's 2 out in every direction. In fact, certain things like a radar, for example, would not be able to be on the third one because that would cause issues. As you see, I can get this chair a little bit closer. That chair sort of comes inside that too, but only the bottom part of it. So that is something that really does make a big difference as well, is the fact that with the SMGs, even the bigger SMGs, you can put quite a lot of them in quite a small area. The lowest tier for this railgun is tier 4, and it's, as you can see, it's a very big gun. Now I've made this one just about inside tier 2. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm just going to throw myself into a practice battle, just so you can be able to see how they work. So once we get in, let's have a look at this, see how we're going to load up. Okay, so first thing you're going to notice here is if you've got your crosshairs and you sort of zoom, you can zoom in like this, and you've got this sort of charge on the left. That is your railguns charging up. You don't start off with them charged. And then on the bottom right of me reticule, as you'll see, I've got 2 pips, and that is both my railguns being charged. And what you can then do is you can take one shot at a time. So we shoot that one, missed, and then take a shot at this one, got him. And as you can see, they are sneaky bugger. As you see, yeah, and they charge up again. So hopefully, first of all, what you're seeing here is this is not a gun that you get into a firefight with. If you get into a firefight with one of these, you are going to die. You know, unless you're extremely lucky, you will die. And just because that pure loading time. But the other situation is as you'll notice here, reticule, nice and small, has a bit of a bloom on it. If I start moving, you are not going to hit anything with that. See, the centre of my reticule was on the guy. It's just like a regular sniper. You would not expect to actually hit anything if you're moving at full speed. So that is also another drawback of it. Now, obviously, the pro of it is that it is incredibly powerful and it's an instantaneous shot. So if we slow ourselves down and get that crosshair to reticule to shrink, let's find that guy. He's going behind the rock. So we've got this guy flying around. I think I just tried using the first front gun on him. Yeah, I think I just tried to shoot through my own vehicle. Maybe not the best way to set up these guns, but hey. So as you can see, it is an instantaneous shot. So you're essentially using a big bloody laser here. So let's sort of aim in again. But this guy's moving straight away. Got the shot on. Okay, let's let the bloom drop a bit. And it's something you obviously have to give a bit of lead on, because if you're moving the turret round, that reticule blooms. So, but as you can see, the actual damage on it is really, really very, very high, and it has that sort of really nice plus. There is an instantaneous shot. If you've got them and you're just moving a very slight amount, it's just fine. Let's get this guy. You can do that with it. So you can essentially, I mean, with some, if you're in a low enough tier with high enough tier guns on your vehicle or your robot, you would be able to one-hit people quite easily. And in fact, sort of that was one of the issues, that these got nerfed a little bit to start off. Well, these have been nerfed, I believe. I don't know if that's changed, because they, they really were just so well overpowered. Now there is also another drawback to them, and I don't want to sound like I'm sort of really having a go about these guns. They're not my personal preference, But there is something that, you know, you kind of need to be aware of, is that just as they are very much like sniper rifles, you would need to be on a map where you can play the sniper game or a sniper sort of tactics. And that would really mean something where you would be able to sort of creep out, get a good view of the battlefield, and then creep back into safety and not be worried too much about getting flanked, etc, etc. And my personal experience in this is that there aren't that many maps in which you can do that without it being quite a stressful situation. And there's also a situation, it's like you if you just come in, say, a ground vehicle. Oh, look, that guy's actually got weapons. Not for long. Sorry, I got to pause and just say, what the fuck is going on with this? Why is he leaving a trail? Weird. Okay. So let's come out of this. Yeah, so you will end up on maps where you are not necessarily in a good position to do the sniper's sort of tactics, and it'd probably be quite frustrating. This is especially true if you're using a ground vehicle. The places that you can go with a ground vehicle to get into a safe spot to shoot is really quite limited, and it is that case of, you know, most of these maps have some, you know, have some sort of canyons and things like that, lots of twists and turns. You have to be moving your turret a lot. You're not going to get a good shot on them. What I see being the most effective, and what I personally enjoy being the most effective, is to have some sort of either a hovercraft or an actual airplane type vehicle, which you sort of stop in midair. You have to have hover blades on it, I'd imagine. But, you know, with a hover vehicle, you would be able to actually just get into a higher position and then sort of go back into cover, because there's a lot of places on the maps, on most of the maps that I can think of, where you've got a big ridge going around the outside, and you would be able to sort of get up there, take some shots, and get back into cover. Bit of a dirty tactic, but it works. Now, I have to admit that I'm not really relishing the prospect of trying to show you this in an actual battle, because I do not enjoy these guns, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try and show you the sort of damage and the way it works, and maybe me failing as hard as I know I'm going to fail will actually give you an idea of maybe the sort of effort that needs to go into being able to do these things. So let's have a go at that. Okay, so here we are. We're going into a battle. Let's hope I don't make too much of a tit of myself with this. And we may actually get lucky, and we may see people with flying type rail guns. I can't imagine. It'd be hard to find one. They do seem to be the best way to go about them. So let's see, where have we started? Have we started in an advantageous position? Not really. But although we can, what the good thing is what we can do is we can see down into that canyon, which would be kind of cool. So let's play, staying a bit more defensive for our team. Keep an eye on that mini-map. I notice that no one's gone down the far left-hand side. So let's hope that nothing comes sneaking around there. Also hear our guys shooting. So you notice here that just how much that reticule blooms. Or maybe we go over there, we'll get a better angle. So it doesn't look like it. Okay, our guys are on the flag already. I feel rather useless. Let's see if I can move up a bit. They've taken out two of our guys, we've only taken out one of them. So let's see. Don't see anyone on my radar at the moment. Probably not wise to go down here. But the guns are loaded, so hopefully if I could just back off quick enough. I don't see anyone. I hear a lot of shooting go. Oh my god, look how many people we've lost. Oh, this is going to be bad. I should really get back on our flag, shouldn't I? Yes, get back to the flag. Oh, no. I see. I suspect he's got radar because he's not moving. Okay. Just saw a big plasma shot there. Hoping he was shooting at our guy there. See what I mean though, is I can't really get involved in a brawl on this thing because it's just going to take so long for that reticule to... Has that guy got him? Looks like it. And this is personally what I don't really like about playing with these things, is there's such a high cost to... Oh, there's a guy over there. That was bad. It's such a high cost to put these things on your vehicle, especially at lower levels, that you're kind of panicking about getting shot because you lose your one, maybe two guns. Whereas even at this level, you could get several plasma guns on them. Right, so there is a guy down there. I suspect I'm just going to be a vulture here. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Okay, I managed to do a bit of damage on him. Just back off a bit, back off a bit, back off a bit. Ah. See what I mean? One shot. Yeah. Shot his gun off. There we go. Well, I managed to shoot someone. So let's have a go at that one more time, and hopefully I'll be able to give you me actually playing decently with these things. Okay, so sorry, got a cigarette in my mouth there. Yeah, that didn't go so great, but we're going to try one more match, and then I will show you plasma cannons, because they're fun. They're my favourite. They're big boobies. They're whammy kablammy. Are we actually going to get into average wait time? Oh yep, here we go. Right, so second attempt at trying to play this. Not so much of a numbnuts. Not sure how well that's going to go. Hopefully you are getting an idea though of that these are the guns that do probably the most damage, but also require the most patience and the most skill to use them, both of which I have in very small quantities, if any at all. In fact, I think we're pretty guaranteed that I don't have any patience or skill with these guns. Ooh. So they spotted them, that's nice. And when your team do spot for you, that's very nice. Can't see that one. Come on, come into view. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Now we've got to be patient. Be patient. Be patient. Oh shit! The guy's come up behind us. No. Come on, come on. Oh, it's loading. Oh, didn't really get much of a hit on him there, did I? Back off. Right. Hey, we got another guy with a railgun. Oh shit, he's behind us. Oh shit, 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 oh shit. I'm swearing a lot there. Okay. Well, looks like I'm on defence here. Because I can't move anywhere. See, get him as he comes around that corner. Come on, come on. There he comes. Yeah, they got him. Okay. Apparently I can drive backwards better than I can drive forwards. See, now I reckon that's someone in the air. We scared him. Oh, crap, there's one coming around the corner. Come on, if you could charge up. Oh, good lord, this charge time is horrible. Oh yeah! I can't go anywhere, but that is genius. They say that genius, you know, sort of goes hand in hand with madness. That guy's a genius. Oh, oh, this is interesting. Okay, so as you can see there, once you know, if you can stay back and keep yourself relatively safe, you can actually, you know, can do a lot to help the team. But it is very much a case of you have to play like you've got no armor, because you know this isn't like these other big. Ooh, okay, what? Okay. Oh yeah, he's up. Oh, he's got out. Okay, so yeah, so as you can see, you have to play it as if your armor is paper mache, basically. That's the only way to describe it. And it is very, very satisfying. I'm sure you heard those "oh yeah" comments from me. You know, it's great when you take someone out with this stuff, but just be aware that if you're not particularly someone who just completely focuses on sniper, or it's something that you can see is probably not going to be great to your playstyle, I would recommend holding off getting on hold of these things. You know, if you just say, oh, I want to get my next piece of tech, maybe not go for these. But on the other hand, if you're willing to put the effort in, you're willing to take the time and can put up with that frustration and patience that's required for it, they might be great guns to use. So next thing I'm going to do is show you a little bit of plasma cannon fun. Okay guys, so now we've done the railguns. Now we're going to have a look at plasma cannons. Now one of the reasons that I didn't have much cool stuff to really build my railguns robot with, or any good armor, was that I pumped a lot of my money or my points into this, which is my favorite robot basically. It is as you can see, a bit of a plasma cannon boat. Now these are tier 3 plasma launchers here. Now I'm sure you'll notice straight away, actually I think I've got a tier 4 waiting there to go on. Okay, so if we were to put a tier 4 side by side there, as you can see it's exactly the same for the tier 4. Let's put a tier 4 on it. So the amount of space that the tier 4 plasma cannon takes up even, which is like, you know, pretty damn powerful, is nothing compared to, oh, I can't actually pick one up, but it's nothing compared to a railgun, and they do load up a lot quicker. But once again, they're not a direct fire weapon, so you need to think of these more as artillery. So if you think of SMGs as, say, just regular guns that shooting away, these are more like artillery. You can shoot over targets. They've got a arced trajectory, and they do take time for the shots to get there. And then obviously you've got the railguns, which are just like laser sniper rifles. So what I'm going to do is going to go into a quick practice battle, just so you can see this without it being under any sort of duress. Let's fire this up. And also, unlike unlike the railguns, the plasma guns actually all fire at the same time, and they've got a much faster reload. So as you can see, they are fairly powerful themselves, but they've got that spread on them, and they've got an arc trajectory, etc, etc, etc. They do have a very nice area of effect. Look how much quicker they load up. You know, this is very much fighting as if it's a tank, basically. And the other nice plus side to them is that they don't lose a lot of accuracy when you're moving. As you notice with the rail guns, it's like if I was moving, it was ridiculously bad drops in accuracy. Whereas these, you know, you can fly around, take shots on the move, you know, still be fairly effective, even as I failed to even hit that guy. Let's try that again. So, you know, you could be strafing someone and still do that. So these are obviously, these are very low level AIs. Ooh, I think I froze up a bit there, sorry. These are very low level AIs. This is really no indicator of how powerful these guns are on level. And that's the other thing is you'll be very lucky to hit something out of the air. It's really satisfying when you do, but it's kind of hard to do. And I'm sure you can tell by the confidence at which I'm taking shots with these things these are weapons that I personally prefer to use. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into a online battle, and I'll talk to you a little bit about sort of the pros and cons of these very much. So before we go into the battle, the first thing is, I'm sure you saw from that, is the pros of these over, say, the railgun is a faster reload. You get a whole spread of them, so you're firing them all off at the same time. SMGs fire one in a row. Railguns fire one in a row. This is just everything. It's just a boom. Just get shots down range. They've got a quicker reload time than railguns, as I've already said, but obviously SMGs can fire constantly. They also have the arc trajectory, which is both a plus and a minus. You know, sometimes it's fantastic because you can actually shoot over something to get someone, but getting your eye in is a bit of a bugger to do. The other thing that I wanted to point out as well is that shooting downwards is something that these don't do. So if you have someone directly in front of you, just, you know, slightly down from you, it will be very hard to hit them in certain circumstances. You know, like SMGs can actually, and so can railguns, actually shoot downwards a lot better than these can. But I don't know if that's changed at all. It used to be the case. Anything else to think about? Yes, they do have a nice area of effect. So that's you know, it's really, that is a lovely effect that I like from it. Is that if you don't necessarily get the hit straight on, you might still do some damage. You also have the other negative side of that is, okay, you've got that nice area of effect, but you've also got a situation you've actually got travel time. So it's not like the SMGs or the railguns. Is that, you know, you're shooting at something, if you've got your crosshairs on them and, you know, the reticule isn't bloomed out at all, you will hit them. With these things, you have to trail so much further ahead. We're not talking miles here, but it is a case of, once again, you're going to have a lot of missed shots with these. So let's get into a battle and see what we can do. Okay, I've faded this video in here because that took forever for that match to come up. Now, there's one last thing with plasma cannons which can be a bit of a downfall, and that is that they give away your position worse than anything else. And we'll probably see someone with plasma cannons fire them off into the air very shortly. There we go. Now watch that. That is a very slow moving projectile, which is like a massive tracer round. You will find people doing that in the game regularly. And it might be tempting to try and fire it off and hit someone in the distance. Problem is though that you're most likely to give away your position quite badly. But anyway, so let's see if we can give you a view of... Oh, look, 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 look. There's a guy down there. There's a guy down there. See if we can get him. Oh, almost. He's up on there. Has he got hover blades on that thing? He has. Oh, got him in the air. Oh yeah. Oh, that was satisfying. so let's get this guy before he gets on our flag. Don't know if he can, he's probably lost control. Oh, that was so satisfying. That's one of those moments that, you know, you're just like, oh yeah. He's trying to get on our flag. More fool. Him. Got him. Right, there you go. So that should give you an idea of sort of the destructive power of these things. Is if you do manage to get a big blast of them all together. That's not our guy coming in, is it? No, that's a fighter bomber. My god. Oh my god, there's loads of them coming in. Oh my god, I am boned. And I've hit a rock. That's not good, that's not good, that's not good. Hopefully I can scare them off a bit. No. Apparently not. I don't really want to be turning so my shields are facing them. Scare him off. Yes! So this is very much more like fighting in a tank, this thing. As you can see. Let's see if I can sway around. Stop him getting an easy shot on me. There's a guy coming in. Ah, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh, yes. A bit of damage to him. So this is much more of a stand-up brawler sort of weapon setup here. As you can see. He's got some serious shielding, hasn't he? Woo! That was a bit dizzy in there. Right. Ooh. That was hectic. That was fun. Now, so hopefully that's given you an idea of how plasma cannons work as well. Oh, look, 2x victory bonus. Awesome. A lot of tech tokens. Right, so let's repair. So, just to recap on that, with the plasma cannons, they take up less space than the railguns. They've got a faster reload time. They do fire in a cluster rather than series. The downside is they do have an arc trajectory. They've got a slow projectile. They're like a massive tracer round that gives you away. And the sort of final thing that kind of sways it for me that I really enjoy is the fact that you can just, you know, you get those shots that are just like, ah, that's so good. And don't get me wrong, is that the plasma, the rail guns, they're just as much fun when you get a good shot on. But it's just, there's something about, you know, when you're using a curved gun, basically, you know, a curved bullet at a distance, and you just get that big explosion, you do damage. Yeah, it's really satisfying. Anyway, I'm hoping this has given you guys a bit of a view into how the different guns work in this game, and I hope that it's maybe giving you a bit of direction you want to go in. Also, I just thought I'd add a few things in there. As you may have noticed, these on the front of me tank, basically. Let's be honest here, this is a tank. And why I was trying to turn my face into them is what these are. These are like shield walls, basically. Let's see if I've actually got any. No, but if we hold our information over, as you see, armor is 203, but the shield is 2,434. Whereas if you look at the actual armor blocks that I'm using for this thing, the armor is only 203. So they give you a nice big sort of protection barrier, which is, you know, something like this you want to have it at the front. Anyway, I hope you guys have all really enjoyed watching this. I hope it's giving you ideas of what you want to do, giving you some direction you want to go in. The next thing that I'm going to do is showing some of the different types of movement. To do it on this account, I'm going to have to work on it a little while. Might be a while till I get that video out. But anyway, I hope this has been enjoyable for you. Please do rate the video if you've enjoyed it. Well, I suppose rate it if you haven't enjoyed it. Anyway, please do comment, and if you're enjoying the channel, please do subscribe. Have fun, guys, and hopefully catch you on here.